Good morning, friends. Hello. Welcome to the February 23rd, the Thursday edition of the Bacon Bets podcast. And let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for a winning night last night. The first winning night since this switch to the morning format. I feel delirious I stayed up all the way to the end of my picks, and now I'm awake here like 5 hours later. I thought we were dead in the water with my NHL picks. But sometimes gambler blesses us. Flames, we had the Flames on the puck line. They were down 3-1 to the Coyotes in the second period, I think it was. They were out shooting them like 29-8, and we're down 3-1. Stormback scored 5 straight goals, won 6-3 to cover the puck line for us. And the Dallas Stars, we had team total under 3.5. They scored 3 goals. Let me see if I can see how quickly they scored the first 3 goals. Was it the first? I think it was early in the second period they scored their third goal. Early in the second period. 4 minutes into the second period, they scored their third goal. I thought it was absolutely dead. Watched the rest of that game as well, and no goals the rest of the game. And they scored what I thought with 0.1 seconds left. They reviewed it. No, the puck went in the net about half a second after the final whistle went. We got our first appearance on the show by Daisy. You can see her tail there on camera. She's meowing at me this morning despite me already feeding her. I don't know what her problem is, so we'll see. Daisy, do you have anything you want to say this morning? Nope, now all of a sudden she's quiet. So there you have it, little winning night last night. 2-0 in the NHL, both plus money picks. In college basketball, we went 1-1, hit Clemson. Maybe betting on Alabama in the midst of a controversy, to say the least, probably wasn't maybe the best idea, but also the guy who might be facing jail time, or who people think should face jail time, scored 40 points, I think. Was it? Is that right? Should I have looked this up before I started recording? Yes. Did I? No. Is it 6:30 in the morning? Yes. I slept in by about 10 minutes. Scored 41. So maybe the whole controversy didn't affect their play. Maybe South Carolina just shot the lights out for the only time this season. But hey, 3-1, I'll take that, especially with 2 plus money plays. We move on to Thursday, and I have another 4 plays. We're going to go 3 in the NHL. We're going to go 1 in college basketball. I will note that I'll give you a pick that I'm not going to give it on the show here. I did actually last night. I placed these bets last night. I did bet on Rangers minus 147 against, is it the Red Wings? No disrespect to, I believe it was a young Acorn in the comments saying I always trash the Detroit teams. The only reason why I bet this and why it's not, I'm not giving out the pick on the show, is because almost every single sports book had the Rangers at somewhere between minus 155 and minus 160. Bet Rivers was pretty much the only sports book out there that still had them minus 147. They were late moving the line. So it was just purely a CLV/value bet. So I hammered them at minus 147. I wake up this morning, they're up to like minus 159 or something at Bet Rivers. So there's no minus 147s left. That is the only number I would have played this bet at. So I'm not giving that out on the show, but that is an official play for me that is tracked in my bet stamp account. The other one, if you're looking for some golf three ball bets for round 1 of the Honda Classic, you're gonna have to listen to this pretty early to get the first 2, because these two groupings pair off early. But the other 3 I think are in the late afternoon, or in the afternoon. So if you're listening to this in the morning at all, you should be able to get them. So if you're interested at all, Webb Simpson plus 240 against Shane Lowry and Ryan Palmer, Jonathan Vegas plus 125 against Billy Horschel and Camilo Villegas. Matt Kuchar plus 220 against Sung J.M. and Adam Svensson. Danny Willett plus 138 against Dawson Knox and Doc Redman. And Christian Bezaidnout, the best name on tour, plus 140 against Benyan. And is it Chris Stroud? Something Stroud. Those are my round 1 3-ball bets for the Honda Classic. Let's get into my bets for tonight, the ones that I'm actually giving over the show, as my cat starts meowing at the door just minutes after clawing at the door to get in. Let's start with an underdog bet. Why not? Looking at the NHL, I'm going to take the Columbus Blue Jackets plus 160 against the Minnesota Wild here, taking a shot at an underdog. I said I will play this to plus 155, but the line has moved in the opposite direction, actually, since I bet it last night. So you can actually get a better line. I'm seeing that even at FanDuel all the way up to plus 168. But I think this is a game where should the Wild be favored? Yes, but I do think we are getting some value here on the Blue Jackets. Over each of these two teams' last 10 games, Wild are 20th in expected goals percentage. Blue Jackets are 23rd. So expected goals percentage, they're both very close. Wild have been terrible offensively as of late, so this is just going to be kind of a fade of the Wild ice-cold offense, only scoring 1.74 goals over that stretch. Dead last in shooting percentage, of course, only scoring on 5.64% of their shots on net. Wild have won 3 games in a row. I don't think they're as good as that winning streak shows. A lot of their numbers show that they've actually been in a little bit of a slump, especially offensively. Now, of course, the issue with the Columbus Blue Jackets is their goaltending. Hasn't been announced yet who's starting for them, but their goaltenders are probably some of the worst in the NHL this season, and that could cost them. It almost cost my Flames last night. But despite that, the Blue Jackets are plus 160 underdogs at home, with a lot of the advanced analytics between these two teams being fairly close. I'll take a shot at Columbus. Certainly not the most confident play in the world, but I think there is some value there. On the underdog, let's switch over to a fun play here. The Oilers and the Penguins. I will take the over 7. Minus 105, I would play this up to minus 115. Now I will, actually that's the next total. Most places do have this at 7. Penguins have been absolutely terrible defensively, so this is basically an over-better's dream here. Over their last 10 games, 31st in the NHL in expected goals against at 3.98, so second worst defensive team over each team's last 10 games. Yet over that same stretch, they're second in expected goals for. So there you go. Third in high danger scoring chances as well. 31st in high danger scoring chances allowed. So no matter what way you look at it, this has been one of the hottest offenses against one of the teams that have just given up on playing defense in their own end. And the Oilers, we all know they are actually literally the best over team in the NHL. Overs are hitting at a rate of 67.2% in their games this season. They themselves are scoring 3.86 goals per 60 minutes, third in the NHL over their last 10 games, also giving up 3.28. So two teams that are an over-better's dream, all offense, no defense. Bad goaltending from the Oilers, subpar goaltending from the Penguins, especially as of late. I'll take Oilers, Penguins, high total. I do not care. Give me over 7, minus 105 for my second NHL pick. We're going with another total bet. I have done a little bit better with totals than sides in the NHL this season, which is rare, actually, because most other sports I suck at totals. Not the case in the NHL, at least this year. I'll go with an under here. Golden Knights Flames under 6.5. I was very tempted to back my Flames again as underdogs, but I do like the under actually quite a bit more now. This is one that I do need to comment on as of this morning. BetMGM is the only regulated book in New York that still has the total at 6.5. I'm just reviewing this right now to make sure. All the other totals I'm seeing are all 6. So if you don't have a BetMGM account, you'll have to go under 6 if you want, but you do get plus money. There's some plus 100s out there. DraftKings under 6 plus 100. PointsBet under 6 plus 100. Caesar Sportsbook under 6 plus 100. If you want that 6.5 minus 120, the only place to do it is BetMGM. If you don't have a BetMGM account, sign up. And if you are going to do that, then go over to BetSided. Go to one of my articles on BetSided or their fan side and click their affiliate link in there. Get a bonus, and maybe that'll help me not get fired. That'd be nice. But I like the under. And this one, Golden Knights have been playing some great defensive hockey. I brought this up when I took the Blackhawks team total under in the game, in the Golden Knights last game 2 nights ago. 5th in expected goals against, 3rd in actual goals against, 3rd in high danger scoring chances allowed over their last 10 games. So all 3 major defensive metrics, they are top 5, if not top 3. They're now, once again, the Flames goaltending, an obvious massive concern. They let the Coyotes score 3 goals on 9 shots last night. I even tweeted at the Flames that I'm ready to strap on the pads and get in between the pipes for them. My phone is on. I'm waiting for a phone call from the Calgary Flames. Could be getting a contract any day. We'll see. So that is obviously a big concern, but still, you got the Golden Knights who haven't been great offensively, have been great defensively, and the Flames pretty solid defensively lately as well. 7th in expected goals against over their last 10 games. So I'm going to hope and pray that whoever is in net for the Flames, I think it was Vlader last night, so I think it's probably going to be Markstrom tonight. Whoever is in net for the Flames, please, for the love of God, don't suck. Please. So there we go. Those are my 3 NHL plays. My college basketball play here. Looking at the Big Ten. Going to take Illinois -5 against Northwestern. Let me see how that line is. I actually think it's already to -5.5 here at most places. Once again, I bet this last night, but I would play this to -6.5. So if this is one that you want to jump on, I would jump on it sooner rather than later, because if it's already moved to 5.5, I'm just seeing if there are any 5s out there still left. No. Not that I see. William Hill has a 5, which I can't bet here, and you probably can't bet either. So 5.5s across. Oh, Caesar Sportsbook still is -5 as of 6:42 a.m. this morning. Other than that, I mean, I'd play it to -6.5 anyways. I refuse to believe that Northwestern is actually a good basketball team. This is a pretty easy, straightforward, simple handicap. Maybe it's too simple of a handicap. Maybe you should fade me on this one, which in college basketball this year, probably not a bad idea anyways. But Northwestern, 306th in effective field goal percentage. They can't shoot. I refuse to believe a team that's in the bottom 50 in effective field goal percentage can keep winning like this. It doesn't add up. They can't hit the ocean from a boat. Illinois, on the other hand, 91st in effective field goal percentage. Defensively, the two teams are a complete wash. 17th and 18th in defensive efficiency, right next to each other. Illinois does play much better defense at home, though. They have the 22nd lowest opponent effective field goal percentage on their home court. I do know that these two teams played against each other already at Northwestern. Northwestern won the game. I don't care. I think with it being at Illinois, I think they have a big advantage here. Like I said, defensive numbers are all right next to each other, but massive advantage offensively for Illinois. So that plus them being on their home court, I'll lay the points. You guys know how much I love/hate pointing out fraudulent teams. The Northwestern Wildcats are a fraudulent team, and I think they get exposed tonight to Illinois, who I actually think could be a sneaky dark horse play, maybe in the Big Ten tournament coming up. We'll see what the odds are. Maybe a sneaky dark horse play in March Madness. We'll see. So there you have it. Those are my 4 plays. I got Blue Jackets +160 against the Wild, play to +155. Oilers Penguins over 7 -105, play to -115. Flames Golden Knights under 6.5 -120. I'd play that to -125. Or you can play the under 6 at +100 there at most books. Illinois -5 against Northwestern. I'd play that up to 6.5. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, click the like button, click the subscribe button. If you're listening to the audio version of this, rate and review the podcast. That helps us out. I'm keep grinding, people. I'm waking up early. I'm not used to it. I don't know if I'll ever be used to it, but I'm here. We here. I hope Gambler blesses all your bets tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for the final episode this week. By the way, on a weekly basis, I'll give a weekly recap of how each week goes. So right now, I think we might have got back into the profit last night with the plus money plays cashing. I don't know, pretty close if not. So let's hit second winning night in a row. Let's go. Gambler bless everyone. I'll talk to you tomorrow.